Hey, this is Dr. Sean Orr. I'm with the Neurogenesis Project, and Ricky Untermeyer asked me to give a testimonial about my experience with Vasayo products, and it brings me great joy to do so. I think to give you a little bit of background, I'm a neurologist, which means I take care of people who have had brain injuries and nerve injuries, and that spans the whole spectrum of things like Alzheimer's disease, Parkinson's, traumatic brain injury, nerve damage, neuropathy, etc. There are many things that can affect the brain and the nervous system all around. And when I first went into neurology, it was in the decade of the brain back in the 1990s, and we were, very optimistic that we were going to have all sorts of cures for these neurological problems. And we roll into the 2000s and started kind of getting disappointed. I mean, for all the great medications that were coming out that do a lot of good, a lot of times medicines would backfire or just wouldn't deliver as promised. So I had to go back to the drawing board as a doctor, scratch my head and ask what's missing here. And I started realizing that so often in medicine we just fail to pay attention to the basics, the very simple things that we know should make a difference, but we get so caught up in the high-tech, patented medications and devices, all of which, I think they're important and they play a big role, but nothing's really going to work to help improve brain function if you don't address the fundamentals, and that's where nutrition comes into play. Proper nutrition. Nutritional support for the brain is absolutely essential. It's fundamental. And when I met Ricky and Francoise and Nathan, all through my friend Edmund, it was, at first my guard was up, I have to admit. I was skeptical. And as soon as I started asking the hard questions, I found that every question I had, Ricky had an answer for. And when I dug deeper into the company, I found that the product line was really amazing. And as I started to use the products for my patients and for myself and my family, we started seeing some really amazing outcomes. And honestly, in this day, we don't have any room for anything but amazing outcomes. Healthcare needs to be redesigned from the ground up, and it needs to be built up around patients, and it needs to provide amazing outcomes. And I think that Vasayo is a really big part of that. They've really done a great job producing a product line that helps. I think every product in the Vasayo lineup, and I admit that I'm biased, but I think every product probably has a benefit for brain function. And for me, that's important because my patients are coming to see me for problems with difficulty sleeping, difficulty concentrating. They may be on medications that are creating side effects for them that are toxic. And so a lot of the time I'm able to use the Vasayo product line to supplement what's already being delivered and get better outcomes from the medications that are being used already. Or I can substitute a medication with a Vasayo product and get really good outcomes. And so, we have to be careful because nothing that's a nutritional supplement is designed to, cure or really even treat a disease. But, Hippocrates did say, let your medicine be your food and let your food be your medicine. And if we're not treating ourselves with the right kind of nutritional support, what kind of outcomes are we really going to have? So I'm very, very enthusiastic about what Vasayo has put together, and really encourage all of you to just have a lot of belief in the product line that you're using. It's really amazing, and it helps me to help my patients, and I'm very excited about where things may take the product line down the road too. There's no end of opportunities of conditions that really degrade brain function, and so I'm really happy to put my support behind Ricky's team and everything that they're building. Thanks. This is Dr. Orr.